Welcome to Case Series. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more courtroom drama.
And Ms. Manuel, you were previously here and entered a plea of guilty to aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury. Have you been arrested for anything since that time? All right, then any reason not to go forward with sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Parker? Wait, you're not, I'm not done yet.
Are you that excited to go?
I still got to I still got to say the words. All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent. You understood the nature and the consequences of that plea. So I need this printed out and everything. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 3 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. Yes, ma'am?
Question, would it be from the date of the incident or the date of the indictment?
Welcome back to another day in Judge Raquel West's courtroom, where excuses don't fly and every word counts. In this tense session, we'll see a chain of defendants, each facing their own truth. From violent assaults to drug violations and fake identities, Judge West exposes how quickly second chances vanish when trust is broken. She's calm, razor-sharp, and brutally honest. One moment she's handing down 3 years behind bars. The next, she's giving someone a final shot at redemption. Stay tuned, because today, every defendant learns the same lesson. Actions have consequences, and Judge West isn't here for games.
If you were in custody on this case, even before it was indicted, you'll get time for it. So if you were arrested and then you bonded out.
No, it occurred in the correctional facility.
Yeah.
I think she's
yeah.
asking for time she won't get credit for it.
Oh, no, probably not.
So it happened in April. I should get credit from April to whatever.
It's going to be when we had a hold on you or when the indictment was, whichever kind of came first. Okay?
It's fine.
So you'll get credit for that. I am making an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. Oh, wait, or is there a deadly weapon or no?
No. No, Your Honor, I don't believe it's alleged. No, it's not.
It's not. So I'm going to retract that. All right, so I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Parker. All right? Good. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am. You can go back with the bailiff.
I only had one other case, Judge. And
Almeida Miles. Good morning, sir. You're Kelton Hebert. And Mr. Hebert is charged with evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. And Mr. Galmore, what's the announcement?
Judge, we just need more time to do discovery and discuss negotiations.
All right. Looks like you were hired in April. Any issue, Mr. Coleman?
No, Judge, states in the post.
All right. I'll just do a normal reset. About 30 days, Mr. Hebert, stay in touch with Mr. Galmore so you can go over everything that he receives from the district attorney's office, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're free to go.
Judge, could you give me 1 minute
On Mr. Wise? Sure.
Right here, we see Judge West doing what few judges do, maintaining fairness while enforcing accountability. Michelle Manuel's aggravated assault case isn't light. But notice how the judge double-checks everything, from her mental competency to her understanding of the plea. That's not just routine, it's legal precision. Still, the moment Michelle tries to calculate her credit time, you can feel her desperation for any relief. This scene reminds us, even when defendants appear calm, they're often fighting for every single day of freedom.
Good morning, sir. You're Raphael Boyd.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Boyd is charged with possession of a firearm by a felon. And Mr. Jeffries, what is the announcement?
We would just ask to be set on a trial.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
You need to do a rejection.
He's already previously rejected 10 years, Your Honor.
Okay.
That offer's not going to change.
I don't see that.
Back in
Okay.
September, Your Honor.
There it is, September. All right. So you've gone over everything with Mr. Boyd. And Mr. Boyd, after visiting with Mr. Jeffries, is it your intention that you still want to plead not guilty and go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it looks like there was a 10-year offer last year. I want to make sure you understand that after today, I will not accept that offer. If you change your mind and you want to enter a plea of guilty, it would be to something different than that. It would not be lower than that unless some new information came to light with Mr. Jeffries or Mr. Nichols that they don't know about right now. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll get it set on the trial docket. Mr. Jeffries will begin preparation for trial. You're free to go. Thank you.
Your Honor.
And let's see, you have Jerry LeBlanc. Good morning, ma'am. Are you Carly Davis? And Ms. Davis is charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more. And Mr. Rojas, what is the announcement?
Judge, speaking with Ms. Davis this morning, she's about to start a new job, and I think once she does that, her family members are going to help her to hire a lawyer if you give her a month.
So here's the thing, Ms. Davis. We'd already did this since last year, June. I gave you time and time and time on the initial docket to try to get someone hired, which is why I appointed Mr. Rojas. I will reset your case one time. If you get someone hired, great. If not, Mr. Rojas will remain your attorney at this point. You need to be visiting with him, talk to him about your case, unless you do get someone else hired before the next court date, because I need to get an announcement at the next court date. You understand? Yes, ma'am. All right. Okay. You're free to go. Simone Dobbins, Mr. Rojas. There's more coming. Yeah, you may want to hold on to it for a second. All right, it went away. Good morning, you're Simone Dobbins. And Mr. Rojas, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
The courtroom moves fast. One case closes, another begins. That's the rhythm of justice under Judge West. From assault to firearm charges, every new name brings a different backstory. But if there's one constant, it's that she expects preparation, not confusion. For the lawyers watching this, take note. Professionalism matters here. And for defendants, you either come ready or face a judge who doesn't repeat herself twice.
Sure we are.
Ms. Dobbins, in cause number 24, DCCR 0504, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of driving while intoxicated with a child passenger under 15, and that's from December 9th of 2023. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you reached is for a 2-year term in the state jail prison, but that would be probated. You'd be on probation for 4 years. You would be ordered to pay a $500 fine to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, including having an auto ignition interlock device on any vehicle that you drive. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Any evidence that Ms. Dobbins is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right there. Okay, see you back at sentencing. And then, Mr. Rojas, you have Joseph Gilbo sentencing. Good morning, you're Joseph Gilbo.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Gilbo, you were previously in court and entered a plea of guilty to impersonating a public servant. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
We have, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections?
Comments?
Comments? Explanations? Please?
So obviously we're talking about Mr. Gilbo's statement in the PSI, Judge. I spoke with him about.
Can I get everyone to please hold it down a little bit?
I spoke with him about this morning, and what he's telling me this morning is that the statement he made to the probation department is his version of events. I explained to him that based on it, my advice would be if the court will allow him to withdraw the plea and set it for trial. However, he wishes to proceed with the agreement and go be placed on probation.
Well, you can't say you didn't do it and get probation. It doesn't work like that, because when you were here before, the clerk swore you in to tell the truth. And when you stood in front of me, I asked you a couple of very important questions. One was, were you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And the second one was, are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? And you answered yes to that. But if you didn't actually...
Now this is a fascinating turn. Raphael Boyd rejects a 10-year plea deal and chooses trial instead. That's a bold move, especially when the judge makes it clear. This offer won't come back. You can almost hear her saying, "This is your moment. Choose wisely." What makes this moment powerful is not just the legal risk, but the psychological gamble. Many defendants think they can outlast the system, but Judge West reminds them the system doesn't wait for hesitation.
do what they charged you with, then you need to plead not guilty and let a jury decide. You can't say, I didn't do it, but I don't want to go to trial. Does that make sense? Either you did it or you didn't do it.
Yes, ma'am. I did do it.
Okay.
The statement that they made was some of it wasn't true.
Well, if some of it wasn't true, that's fine. But either you impersonated a public servant for some amount of time, ever so slight or whatever it was, either you did that or you didn't.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you do that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any reason not to go forward then? All right then. Anything else with regard to the pre-sentence report? Mr. Hoffpower, Mr. Rojas, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gilbo, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for a period of 4 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have the felony conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, at the end, the case is dismissed. You will never have the felony conviction. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court. You could be found guilty of the offense and sentenced anywhere in the range of punishment, which is up to 10 years. Do you understand? All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification. That shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom and wait for probation. She's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork.
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Jason Jones, sentencing, Mr. Rojas. Oh, no, I'm holding it, but that's the one they're talking about.
Okay, thank you.
All right, sir, you Jason Jones. And in cause number 23, DCCR 0390, Mr. Jones, you were previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, and I received the pre-sentence report.
Next up, we meet Simone Dobbins, a case that shifts the mood. Charged with DWI with a child passenger. Her situation carries both legal and moral weight. Judge West keeps her tone measured but firm. The law doesn't just punish here, it protects. What's striking is how Simone answers every question respectfully, almost quietly. You can feel her remorse. Still, the judge reminds her that probation isn't a favor. It's a contract with accountability. One wrong move and the mercy
Has everyone
vanishes.
had an opportunity to review that report?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor, we have.
And are there any additions or corrections?
Not from the defense.
No, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Jones, I've got some serious concerns with placing you on probation in this case because not only are you a convicted felon, it doesn't appear to me that you were just carrying a gun from one place to the other. You had two guns, chambered, 16 rounds in a magazine. You had extra rounds under your seat. You had a backpack with marijuana, another backpack, another suspected bag of marijuana in your cup holder. You had I just feel like there was more going on here. A scale, People don't carry around scales. People don't carry around that kind of marijuana. People don't carry around those kind of guns unless they're dealing drugs, period. And so the fact that you are already a convicted felon and out dealing drugs makes me wonder why we're giving you probation.